gonna do something a little bit different today. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna put this 4 to 6 inch exhaust tip on the Cummins, and then after that, we're hopefully gonna do a muffler delete. So in this video, you'll see stock exhaust versus 6 inch tip versus 6 inch tip with no muffler. So yeah, first things first, I'm going to chop this off. And then, well, first things first, I'm gonna get this guy slid on there, figure out my depth as far as like how far I want it to stick out here. And then I'll mark that, get this clamped on, and then I'll throw some tack welds on it. So I already know I'm gonna be doing some welding. And as the first step in anything is disconnect the battery. I'm not one of those guys, but let's just disconnect it before I get to welding and forget, because that is something you definitely want to do is when you're doing any welding in a car, you want to disconnect both the battery, and in this case we'll be disconnecting both batteries. Yeah, that's definitely it. So this is just like a $35 Amazon tip, stainless steel. I'll put the link in the bio because that's what YouTubers do, right? All right, so I've used my finger tape measure and figured out that this is, roughly from this part of my finger to here. So now that we've done that, we'll tighten this back up, draw our line all the way around it as I did there, and that way when you cut it, you have a guide. So we got our two tips, old and new, fresh cut. Now we're gonna file it, clean it up, put the new one on. It's pretty quick. It's gonna be like a 20-minute ordeal. Pretty good cut. Like I said, got that all nice. Got that line drew on there. Just got it cut nice. So we got it all welded up. I tried to tighten it. It didn't tighten the way that I wanted it to, and it left some gaps. So I just welded all the way around. We're done with that. So we got the stock portion that we cut off, and our now new 4 inch from the stock exhaust to 6 inch tip. Fully welded. Looks good. All right, so let's fire this thing up and see what it sounds like. So this is a 3rd gen 5.9, completely stock exhaust, muffler, cat's there, just with the added tip, 4 to 6 inches, Amazon special. Let's see what it sounds like. So without hearing the videos back to back, I actually don't think that it made that big of a difference. I think that there's some minor differences, but not enough to really notice. All right, so we're about to see what the end result sounds like. Stock 5.9 Cummins, full exhaust, minus the muffler with a 4 to 6 inch tip. So as you can see here, muffler's gone, old exhaust tip is gone. Let's hook this battery back up, open the door up, fire it up, see if it sounds any different. I think that's exactly what I wanted. So that's awesome. to wrap this video up, I'm gonna go for a drive so that way you guys can at least hear what it sounds like with no muffler and a 4 to 6 inch tip, and then the intake silencer removed as well as the turbo ring removed. This is all just stuff that you could do for cheap. I mean, the tip was $35. You can get muffler delete for like 56 bro. So $100 you could do all these things, and then you got a cooler truck in my opinion. So let's go for a cruise. Good. I can hear it, but it's not overwhelming, which is pretty much exactly what I wanted to go for. I want to be able to hear this thing, but I don't want to be annoyed every time I drive it because it's just absurd. And I'm sure outside of the truck it's actually quite a bit louder.